Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of House Heiral. We are playing Crusader Kings 3 with the Game of Thrones mod and the VIET mod. We had a really exciting episode last time. We had a dilemma where the ruling Flint of Crestview, Robin, had betrayed Lord Stark, and so what we did is we rebelled against the Flints, who we are loyal to, but uh, we were primarily loyal to Liesa Flint, and she was dead, and her son was doing some really destructive things. So, in order to protect him, we kind of decided to take control of the situation. So, we rebelled, we took over Crestview, we have left him in charge of Widow's Watch. We're not going to take his land or anything. We just wanted to make sure that we took care of our area. You can see in this picture here, in the last episode, I also traveled to Winterfell and swore allegiance to Lord Stark. So that's me there. uh, Lord Stark, Ned Stark, is unfortunately sick right now. So, and it won't let me change his clothing or anything while he's sick. So, you know, it was a bad time to come down to Winterfell, but that's fine. We still swore our allegiance, and this is his new lady. This is not Catelyn. I know they look kind of similar, but this is actually Lady Melissa of the North. So she's Lord Stark's current wife. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation now. Like I said last time, I think we're going to try to go on a pilgrimage this episode. So let's see here. I'll go ahead and unpause. Um, and then one thing I did in between episodes that you probably didn't see is we got rid of our last lady's favor. It was about to, you know, lose its. It was about to break basically, so we broke it for 40 gold. So we got some extra gold there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I actually haven't done a pilgrimage ever, and it's considered a sin for my current religion, but it still lets me do it. And hopefully we get some more piety. I'm not really sure how this all works. So, anyway, I just wanted to get it working. When we reform the religion, we'll probably. Um, Here's where we are. We'll probably change um, that it's sinful to do uh, pilgrimages. Because, yeah. Um, they probably just did that in the mod because pilgrimages, caused the game to crash originally. Um, with the Game of Thrones mod. So that's probably like a defensive thing that they did. But I don't think, since I fixed it myself, I don't think we need to worry about that. So we are going to head down to Harrenhal. I had to, you probably saw the holy sites we had a choice of, and I had to just kind of pick a random set uh, because I did fix it. And if you want my fix, I can send it to you. But it doesn't work on an existing save. So what I had to do was go in, unpack my save file, fix the holy sites, and what I did was I just copy and pasted from a different set of holy sites, and then repacked everything and put it back in the folder. Um, just to keep this safe because I didn't want to do another restart. I've you guys have been so awesome and patient and everything, and watched everything so far. I don't want to put you through that again. So so yeah, so we're doing this. One thing I'd like to do is, uh, I think, I don't think we can change this. There's no cost associated. Um, we could do something like some bodyguards, or we could do nothing. Uh, Hang on just one sec. I'm going to pause. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Let's see here. So, obviously for you guys, you didn't have any kind of weight or anything, but still, I hate, disrupting the flow. But when you're a dad, some things need your attention. So, alright, so, what I'm going to do, we're going to Harrenhal, right? We do get more piety if we go this way, or if we go this way. It's more dangerous this way, but it's a lot less gold. And I think it might be worth it. Like, our Roskii's pretty tough. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see here. So we're going to customize our route, and if you guys remember, I said next time we travel, we can kind of do like a little head there, and then when you do a pilgrimage, it also helps the pilgrimage the longer you take. But yeah, so we can go kind of see the in-laws a little bit, or at least we'll be close to them. We could go. Oh yeah, here it is, Starfall, right here. So we are going to see the in-laws. And then Skyreach. Vulture's Roost. And then after Vulture's Roost, we'll head to the Night Song. Oh, this is looks a little dangerous, but we're not going to go there because we are going to go Caswell. So that'll be a nice long pilgrimage, and that'll give us a chance to kind of get away, kind of rethink everything. Was this on the way there or on the way back? On the way there. So we could do something like this. Perfect. And then on the way back, we could do something like that. Oh, that adds a lot of danger. I guess we could do a trip to Barrowtown at a different time. It's kind of out of the way for where we're going. Maybe next time we go to Winterfell. I probably should have thought of that. We could go to Winterfell, down, and catch these places. So that'd be pretty cool. Interesting. So yeah, we're going to do that. And then that'll also give us a chance, down here, we can visit Dorne sometime if there's a tournament or something that we're able to attend. So yeah, we'll apply that. Okay. And because we don't really have anything going on back at home, we don't have any claims. We are waiting on a few things to pop as far as the culture stuff. So I feel like at this time, there's not any tournaments or anything to go to. So Roskii's just going to kind of go and figure some things out. So, all right. So let's go. Alright, here we go. So we are headed out. We are in Regency mode. So, Let's see here. Danger. Mountains out of molehills. The road has gotten incredibly hilly the past few hours, and everyone is beginning to weary. After a while longer, with no end to the hills in sight, one of my traveling companions, Isoro, approaches me and says, "My lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this for much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I fear they'll collapse. We must stop to rest." He knows full well this will delay our journey to Harrenhal, but this can get us. We're not in any rush, so we can wait 10 days, and that'll give him some extra opinion. While we're gone, we'll have her fill the coffers, and that way, I'll go ahead and get rid of these guys. When our sons are old enough to get married, we'll have some gold for there. We might throw some grand weddings. We might save up for a tournament, stuff like that. So we are heading out. This is cool. Just me and my buddy traveling along. I'm gonna save a screenshot of that. Alright. Reflections. A calm clearing. So, here in the quietness of Woodfordton roadside, I feel an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility wash over me, like none I've experienced before. Just before a small ridge, I see a clearing off the side of the path where neither man nor beast seems to have entered in decades. I can feel. I still need to fix this. It's on my to-do list. I just always forget. I can feel our God's presence here, and perhaps I ought to linger here in quiet contemplation for a while. So, this is nice. The pilgrimage becomes more pious. Yeah, no need to delay, or no need to rush. Get some piety. I want to just get tons and tons of piety from this pilgrimage. That will definitely help. And this should really help our traveler skill set. Though we're pretty much maxed out on that. So, but it does come with some great bonuses. She always looks a little bit. Oh, she doesn't look angry there. Alright, I was going to say she always looks angry, but she didn't there. The spiritual journey has ground to a literal halt. My caravan master Isoro is looking around, frantically searching for the way forward, and people are starting to notice. Isoro's face shifts to a gray nuance as he turns his gaze toward me, looking for answers as to what to do next. So, what we can say is we shall let our God lead the way. We could say, let us enjoy this for a little while longer. We can stay here for 3 months. And let's see here. Accepting for 5 years. Like I said, we're not in a rush. 3 months is a long time. So I think we're going to go with this one. Because I do want to come back someday, I've got a family. Alright, here we go. Reflections. Starry skies. Out here, late at night, I sometimes look at the stars and wonder, what is our purpose in life? Can the gods even see me this far from home? What am I doing all this for? So I can say, it's my sacred duty, of course. Get some piety. I could say, what I truly want is to enjoy and experience other cultures. So this will probably give me less piety, right, or something. Or I can, I do no more than what is required in my position, so I can do a theatrical. We are going to do dedicated pilgrim. We are dedicated. Wow, we are getting a lot of events popping in. So we are here. She's not a fan of us anyway. What this event is, your supplies go bad, so you can ask the locals for some supplies, or you can just say we're gonna go forage, which gives you a chance of getting sick or dying. So yeah, it's fine. And somebody might get wounded from this, but I don't think it's us. We'll see. Yeah, we didn't get wounded, so and we don't know most of our entourage, so oh wow, this place is doing great. Danger. This is fine. Traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects on at least my state of mind and vigor. As I glance over at Kenned, he's one of my captains. He must have been somebody we hired. However, he does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movements are labored, his breathing heavy and spontaneous. Bursts of coughing ripple through his body. Clearly, he is not well. So we can let him rest. We can ask Gregor to treat him. Or we could say it's just a little cough. You can get pneumonia. Let's. I mean, this guy's not super important to us, so let's just ask the doctor. Oof, that's not good. Alright. So, I've had this nagging sensation for a while now. My pilgrimage has turned out to be more hazardous than I anticipated, or maybe I simply haven't endured enough trials to prove myself worthy of our God's protection just yet. I have, however, spotted a few impressive individuals in the local settlement of Marshgate who would surely improve the safety of the pilgrimage in a hands on manner. So, I can do this. We have plenty of safety. Uh, yeah, we'll do this. Divine protection. So, okay. So that hurts our intrigue. Yeah, from divine while we're on the pilgrimage. But we have a really great spy master, so. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Crossing the wilderness of Sloughness, we spot the banners of a small host emblazoned with the old god's heart tree. They are ragged vagabonds preying on pilgrims headed to Harrenhal. That's very unlikely, just given the settings, but that's fine. The leader swiftly blocks our route, he rearing his horse and announcing himself as Brandon. Halt, heathen. I keep the peace on these paths, and you must pay like all the rest. So, we can do a martial challenge, and he must have a good martial. He does. Or we can do a diplomacy challenge, or a learning challenge, or just pay him gold. Um. Oh wow. An army of 250 men. I don't know why that would be a thing. Let's try this. It's our highest percent chance. He does not have good diplomacy. I don't want to pay him, but it'll also give us some piety. So Yay. My words ring true. We are getting a lot of events. That's great. So keep searching. So I can either gain some learning. That's fine. So now we have gone from the north. We are now in the Riverlands. Oh, and one thing that happened I didn't notice. In the Riverlands, if you look, Robb Stark is actually the Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. He's betrayed to a fray because, of course, he can't get away from that even in this universe. All right, here we go. So, among my fellow pilgrims, there is a man who preaches compassion and fellowship until he reaches the topic of heathens. One evening around the campfire, he loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of the gods, deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when he looks at them. Tonight, I was not quick enough. Do you agree, O Lord? So I can say they're not all bad, which will give me sympathy to the heathens. Or I can have disdain for the heathens. Like this guy, he's not anyone to me, you know? So I don't care about his opinion necessarily. I don't really want stress, but I seem to be able to get rid of stress pretty well. But this has a lot of neat benefits. And we are kind of bridging the gap with the Northmen, so that makes sense for our character. Yay! So the locals liked us, so they're giving us some help. We are almost to Harrenhal. And from Harrenhal, we are going way far down too, so that's fine. Alright. So we gain the trait Pilgrim. That's wonderful. And we lose stress, so there goes the stress we gained. And we're already past tier 1, so that's great. Nice. So we have all these little side benefits here. It's an interesting picture of Harrenhal. There must be a like a temple or something out past the wall, because this is obviously not what Harrenhal looks like. So, Black Heron's Hall. Alrighty, so we are just rocking and rolling. She tried to help. That's fine. We're gaining some good piety. If you look, while this is ticking off, we'll just kind of look. If you look here at the religion, to create a new one, like this thing is very expensive. We almost have to have profit to cut it in half. But even then, I mean, we're going to need a ton. What I was going to do here is change this last one, because it's not finished yet, to the Werewoods, right? So then we'll be more in line with the north. Then I'm going to do Old Gods Synchronism, or Syncretism, Syncreticism, whatever it is. And I might do a few other things like encourage, things like that. But we'll do all that maybe in one episode if I do well. All right. So, we have an event that popped up. An echo of my own footsteps is the only sound in the temple. I am alone. The last thing I remember from the outside world is the face of those beggars near the gates, and the blue, blue sky so distant now. I walk towards the altar, knowing that it's only me, and yet I feel under an unyielding scrutiny. The severe eyes of our God are always wide open. So, we can do time to pray. We can do look at those arches. Or we can do. I should make an offering. Um, I don't want to lose my candlestick. I mean, I'm running low on fun things. We still have it for 34 years. Um, yeah, we're keeping the candlestick. So let's pray. We've achieved tier 2 piety. Alrighty. New martial perk available. Wonderful. So we got sappers. And I think that'll make our Weeping Guard better at sieges, which will be great. Here we are up here, Harrenhal. We got 21 days left here in Harrenhal, and then we're gonna tuck around. I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, if the trip home counts as making the pilgrimage more or less pious. So, we'll see. This is great. Just kind of a relaxing time. We just see these events ticking, and our piety keeps going up. Me and Asoro are just becoming like best friends over here. I wonder if there's a way to make him a friend. Anyway, Bella, my fellow pilgrim, peers out over the sprawling holy site of Harrenhal as we make our way through the crowd. Harrenhal is truly a beautiful sight to behold, a place where cultures meet and faiths come together to worship. Are we not blessed to get to experience such familiarity and companionship? She looks at me expectantly. Let's see here. So we can say, I know, let's enjoy this. Or we can, the feats spirituality can achieve. Yeah, whatever. We'll just keep on rolling. It'd be really great if we could max this out. So good. So we are a paragon of virtue. Oh wow, we got a ton of piety there. Um, as our time at the sacred site draws to an end, I'm satisfying in knowing that most, if not all, of my decisions throughout our long, distinguished journey has been taken to prove my devotion to our God and the three daughters. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly like, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. So, time to start the trip back home. Uh, there we go. In the footsteps of my forebears. Okay, just our family likes us better. So, there we go. So, I guess the other places we go don't count toward the pilgrimage. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we're just trying things out. We're doing great. Let's pin her. Her color looks a little better. Nope, she's still sickly. So that's sad. Poor little Kyber. I wonder if she'll get married to an Ironborn again. Oh, I have the game paused. Did I do that? I was like, why isn't he moving? I think sometimes the game just pauses on its own. Or maybe like an event pops up and I feel like I'm pausing it. I don't know. We're just trucking along. We're getting less events now. It's pretty cool getting the other Northmen that worship the same god as us. I guess our religion is spreading a little bit. Alright, so journeying through tan bricks, I pass by a peculiar looking tent splayed open with yet with its yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty lord. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Um, I think Roskii would pay for one. I know this is kind of a waste of gold, but I feel like that Roski's like a spiritually aware kind of guy, superstitious, whatever. Oh no. Oh, never mind. We got good omens. Good, good. Yesterday, our travels in Daisyfield were rather grueling, and I was so exhausted that I overslept. The rest of my entourage didn't want to wake me up, saying they worried I would not be in the right state of mind if they didn't give me enough time to rest. So I can say I will not oversleep again, or we can delay and lose some stress. It's fine. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to oversleep. Like, why would I offer him a hostage? He can offer me a hostage. Alright, so here we're gonna get this, look at that, some Marshall. Pop us up a little bit. Alright, so this is that event that pops up every now and then. Alright. Knight Errant Training. Healing water is not, you know, necessarily anything great. Uh, None of these seem like they would really fit. Like, I wouldn't, like... yeah, whatever. I don't know. Well, I was really hoping to get some more gold while I was gone, but that's fine. Nice. So we are all set there. For for this, I always just follow the duck. This is just a duck showing up. I could get this little buff for 5 years, but I just follow it. No idea why, but I feel like sometimes there might be like a better event that pops up or something. I don't know. So, going through, we hit High Garden, Red Lake. We're doing great. We're about to hit Old Town. And in the fix I made for the mod, I actually made the High Tower a holy site for us because we do have Valyrian roots. Let's see here. Truly a stroll through Old Sawyer's Rest is a gift from the god. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armor. Hark, get me out of this metal prison. My squire took offense at my manner, even so far as to call me heartless and has abandoned me. Whatever the strange man did, he could not have. Sorry, could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armor. I could, of course, have someone help him, but is it truly worth it? So, I will do it for a price. I like doing this. You just get a little free. I wonder. Oh, we get prestige. Yeah. So let's do this. Get some gold. We need to make some money. Alright, traversing the hills, minor road on the outskirts of Heathmill, we are suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders, out for blood. Another set of riders rapidly approach from the nearby holding, led by Maester Jamie. Or Master Jamie, sorry, not Maester. I am very pleasantly surprised by the altruistic demeanor of the local master, and I praise our God that they arrived just in time. Jamie circles back with a victorious grin on his face. You should join us for some honey winer hospitality at Heath Mill. So I'll say, hey, it would be an honor. So that was very nice. Usually people don't help me, so that's nice. Usually I have to fight the bandits on my own. Alright, I think, yeah, here's Starfall. So this is where our in-laws live. So alright, the high altitude and the brisk air of Starfall has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. I ogle the soldiers training below with a keen eye. Their tactics are not completely foreign to me, trained in martial arts as I am. While doing so, I approach the local captain, Uther. So that's him. Would you like to join in, my lord? So I can say, I'm always up for a challenge, and I can try to gain a trait. It's 50 gold, or I can say, my captain, would like to be trained. It's going to cost me 50 gold, so I think that's fine. We don't need to do that. I don't have enough gold to be throwing 50 around. And that is one of the problems with the game. I feel like if there was more going on economically, then you could make decisions like that a little easier. But it's like gold is very tough to come by, and then it goes very quickly. Like if you want to do anything in the game. Even this pilgrimage costs money, if you remember. So, and we still haven't even hit. So, like, whatever. Okay. Same event. It's tough when you go on these long trips. You do hit some events over and over. So we hit the Vulture King. We got a new perk. That's great. So we will unlock Strategist. Okay. And then we are going to go to Learning. we are going to go to da, 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 da. Let's start with scholarship focus because that gives us more learning. Um, select. And then we'll go for this. So we're getting 33 a month, which is probably less than we were getting from Marshall. But it's time. It's time to cross over. We're about to hit our 40s. I want to hit profit. And then if you look over here, once we hit profit, I could go for theologian. It's not super important. But I do want to go down this tree and get whole of body, because this basically allows you to live longer. And I get attached to my character. Like, this guy's a guy I create personally, you know? We're definitely going to play as our children, but no rush. No rush. Like I said, I've liked the idea of doing this playthrough for a while. Alright, so this is the I can cheat on my wife. I have seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never have I beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in Nightingale. Truly, marcher women are cut above all the rest. Well, that's just rude to your wife. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eye as late. A peasant woman by the name of Samantha, a pretty little beloved. She is far too pleasing to my eye to spend her days slaving away in Nightingale. She does have high learning, and she's chaste. Yeah. So I'd be like, it's not something she's interested in. I just don't see my character cheating on his wife. They're soulmates, so that's fine. Alrighty. And we are traveling back up north. We still haven't even made it back up to where Harrenhal is, though. So, and that's kind of cool. We're headed back through King's Landing, so we might see our friend Robert Baratheon. Nice. Like I said, I think we're maxed out on pretty much, yeah. We don't seem to be getting new pilgrim events either. So I think if you're going to do a pilgrimage, you front load all the stops you're going to make. Because, you know, if you go around things after the pilgrimage is over, they don't seem to go toward the piety. So I guess we'll do this. Because I think that's one of the northern features. And we can just check with Lord Eddard. So he's feeling better. That's great. He is a Northman. Yeah, loyal subjects. So good. So I have passed through. Oh, fun. Yeah, that's probably one of the negative things for Lord Stark. He has so many people that would like to be on the council. But I feel like I should be a pretty easy addition to one of his council positions, just due to my stats. It is known that the Riverlander people are ardent believers in the faith of the Seven, and do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, Milkstone is on our route, so we must pass through quickly, though. The villager's vengeful eyes set upon us like a wolf prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local septa descends upon us with a mob of raging fanatics, screeching about our alleged heretical beliefs and demanding we pay atonement for passing through these holy lands. So I could try to do a learning challenge against her. I guess she has high learning, because it's a very low chance. Or it's easier if we just pay. Um, you know what? I am going to do this. It's a low chance, but it's not like I'm going to die and I have to pay anyway. And I could just gain some piety, so nope, lost. Oh well. It happens. Where did I go? Yeah, hopefully we don't hit that too many times, because that would really suck. You see this. Alright. So, it's fine. Get more supplies. Travel. Wayside Shrine. Fairstead is the home of a famous wayside shrine I happen to be passing by today. Locals tell us that it isn't uncommon for travelers to spend even a few days praying there, for it is said doing so will ensure safe passage for one's journey. I'm unsure how helpful praying at this site would be, but I should at least pay my respects to our God while here, so I can say a quick prayer. I can spend several days, or I can offer something. Um, that's fine. We can be delayed for a few days. Alright. So this is an event that pops up every now and then. I'm told that nature is venerated here in duckboards as an extension of the will of the gods. So we watch the locals adorn an old tree with fine materials and jewelry as if they were courting it. Many of my entourage are satisfied to watch from a distance, but I feel compelled to do something more. So I can say, fascinating, I can have the tree burned for some piety, or I could join the celebration and spend some piety and lose some stress. We'll just say fascinating. We're on a pilgrimage, so it probably wouldn't be appropriate. Alright. So, okay. Yeah. Uh, these people are being friendly to us. We're going to enjoy that. Alright, so Bella is sick. So we can do... I think I know a cure. Have Gregor try to treat her. I mean, hey. Let's go for it. Wonderful. Man. The Manderleys just have such a great setup. Let's see here. Alright. Storytelling. Let's see here. Is she a Northman? No. Northman? Yeah. Do they have storytelling? No. So we'll do that. This is kind of cheaty, I guess. I don't know. Would Roskii know that? I don't understand. It would be kind of neat if you were trying to get your son or daughter to marry someone. You could exchange like a different child for the one you wanted them to introduce. And that way you could kind of pair your kids up to become friends, hopefully. Let's see here. So we'll do... say a quick prayer. Let's see. So we could go to Keystone. Travel a shortcut. Good deal. Thank you, Asoro. It is... oh, okay. Good to be home. So this guy... well, that's great. One thing I could do... my marshal isn't doing anything right now. I could have him increase control to help them out. Because he's been suffering with a tiny army for like years now. And he's my friend, you know? We gotta help our friend out. Let's see here. So he... really doesn't matter. So we'll assign him. So now he's one of our powerful vassals, and we can do... yeah, let's do learning. And we could do... that's fine. I think the extra learning will help us. So yeah, now we're at 24. Like, Lord Stark should definitely hire us for something. I mean, look at that. We'd be a good chancellor. I mean, we'd even be a good steward, even though it's not our... even though it's not our strong suit. Divine protection. It's going to last for 9 more years. So yeah, our intrigue is not great. But that's fine. Let's do High Crown Authority. And it'd be really cool if a tournament popped before I hit 40. But I don't know if we can count on that. That was a great pilgrimage. Let's see here. And we gained some good piety. I mean, what can Lord Robin do? Like, I know you're upset, buddy, but you're not really great at any particular thing, and I don't want you as a Castellan. Or Castellan. Like, we're here for you, you know? We're gonna take care of you. Huh. Cool. son is 10 now. Probably probably time to start looking for a good bride. I do like the Manderleys. I would prefer someone younger than my son. She looks like she's not doing well. Yeah. Paybridge. That's a good. I'd like to find somebody that's like a northerner that is younger. Dornish would kind of work because our children are part Dornish. The Rosbys from the Crownlands. We almost married him to her before, but again, she's just a little older. Looks like there's not a... Oh! Perfect. Board game, wrestling, recital, ceremony. Where's he at? Of the Wolfswood. Okay, so he's close. Let's join. Great. Let's see here. Alrighty. Let's see if we can remove. Good deal. And then let's see if we can... Oh, that's nice. So the Deepwood mod, that's where the Glovers are from. I always want to say Umber, but the Umbers are up here at the last hearth, I think is what it's called. So let's, on the way back, hit here. And then hit Barrow Hall. That's Taiga. You know what? That's really not that big of a risk. That's fine. Alright. We have 3 in our entourage. Because he's our acclaimed knight. It'll be good to have Redmond with us. I like him. I think I gave him some land, right? Maybe I didn't. So yeah. We're gonna get there like 2 months early. That's fine. That'll give us a chance to get some practice in and stuff. Definitely make sure that we are able to compete. So let's do that. And this will probably be our last thing before the end of the episode. In fact, I should probably check the time. Let me pause this. Let's see here. Yeah, we're right at an hour. So what I will do, instead of trying to rush through this tournament, is we will do this tournament when we come back. And that'll be great. So thank you guys for watching. And, you know, this was a good kind of exploration of the pilgrimage system. I hadn't been able to do one. Last series, it wasn't even an option. And since I fixed the mod, we were able to do it today. So thank you guys for checking that out. And, yeah, we'll see you next episode.